I'm Andy Carlson.
And I'm John Duffy.
And we're applying to represent South Dakota in the Great Plains portion of Midwest Whitetail. I grew up on a farm outside of Irwin in eastern South Dakota. My family still farms there to this day. When I was 12 years old, just like most South Dakota boys, I had one of the happiest days of my life when I got my South Dakota hunter safety card and I could start going on hunts with my dad and brothers. Started off hunting pheasants, geese, ducks, and about 5 years ago I took up archery and have started hunting big game, and it's been a big part of my life ever since then.
I'm really fortunate to grow up in South Dakota for many reasons. One of the biggest to me is hunting. You can hunt anything from prairie dogs to elk. I started out hunting ducks and geese and even pheasants. South Dakota has some of the world's best pheasant hunting. And then I started hunting whitetail deer, even mule deer in the western part of the state. And you have antelope, elk in the Black Hills, even mountain lions and bighorn sheep. I mean, we have it all here in South Dakota, and it's just a matter of walking out your back door or just driving maybe an hour or two, and it's all right here. It's a great state to be able to hunt in.
I started filming 4 years ago, and there's three things that I've really enjoyed about filming hunts. First of all, just all the unique things you see that you don't necessarily see on TV shows. You see does fighting, and just a lot of unique features that you don't necessarily see all the time. Second of all, the challenge of it. It's much harder to try to bring along a second person or to get that video equipment set up in the dark when you have all the deer running around and stuff. So it's added a challenge to hunting. And finally, it's just been a good chance to spend time with family. Got to film my wife this last year, and hopefully this 2012 season I'll get a chance to get footage of her taking her first archery buck.
I love hunting, but the only problem with hunting is you can only really do it a few months out of the year, at least so it seemed. But since I started hunting, and more so the last couple of years, I've really got into scouting, trail cameras, starting to plant food plots, and it's just awesome because it's almost as much fun when you go out to check your camera and see, will that 170-inch buck be on your camera? Or, just planting food plots thinking, hey, this is where I'm going to be tagging out this fall. And you can just be doing that now the whole year, and it's really something that's developed into more than something that I do in September, October, and November. I mean, it's almost a year-long hobby for me, and I just love it. Now that you know a little bit more about us, come along with Andy and I to western South Dakota to hunt trophy antelope for the 2011 rifle season, where we're able to get this buck on film.
We were here yesterday and we saw about 4 different bucks, or maybe half a dozen does in this area. We were here earlier archery hunting, and one gave us a slip, but anyways, we're looking to the west, about 3/4 of a mile. There's probably 4 antelope that we can see right now, but more keep showing up, so I'm sure that there's probably that bigger group that we saw over there last night, and there was, I believe, 2 decent bucks, a small buck and a doe. The sun is probably going to come up in maybe 10-15 minutes, so we're just going to stay up high and see what we can see. There's antelope. There should be antelope all around us, so we're just going to wait just a little while until we can see a little further, and we'll see if we can get down lower and make a move to get closer. Okay, we got a buck at 340 yards, pretty fair buck. He's coming into this water hole just to the north of us. I don't know if we're going to be able to get any closer than we are right now, so I'm going to sneak over this hill, and just see if I can get steady and take a good shot on him. Came here this morning, got here nice and early before light, and we could spot this guy about a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile straight to the west of us, and the wind was right, so we decided we were going to make a little stock on him. So my cameraman Andy here, he and I came down, and we got down in there's this little creek here, and a little drainage, and we were able to sneak down here came about 500 yards, and we got here and popped over the hill, and there he was at 340, and he kept getting closer and closer, and almost took the shot, and then he got just a little bit too low, and I couldn't pull off the shot. I'm like, man, you know, I gotta move, you know. So I came around and got a little bit higher, and then he was starting to act a little nervous, and he was about 275. I pulled off the trigger, and I think I hit him in the shoulder and dropped him. So it was pretty awesome. This is actually my first antelope kill ever. I've hunted one with a bow 3 years, and I've never been able to convert. Whether it be 257, hand-loaded ammunition, and it did the trick. I'm pretty excited. So let's go check them out, huh? This is a fun hunt. It was a short hunt. You know, the sun's just coming up, but we're an hour after light here. But made about a 275-yard shot on him, and you know, we watched him for a good hour this morning and put a little sneak on him, and we were able to close the distance, and we were just getting to a point where he was going to come in this water hole, and he was going to kind of disappear, and we thought, well, we better shoot him before he gets into there, and he's starting to act maybe a little nervous, so kind of had to sneak a little higher to get a little better elevation to pull the shot off, but shot him and he went right down.
That was a fun hunt, but I look forward to 2012 when I'll have the rifle and this guy will be carrying the camera around. Now we present to you a collection of trophies we've shot throughout the years, as well as our hit list for 2012.
Now I grew up down an old dirt road in a town you wouldn't know. My pops picked the place up for $1,500 back in 1964. 'Cause Hank taught me just how to stay alive. You never catch me out the house without my 9 or 45. Chasing whitetail bucks, and as a country boy, you know I can survive. Now 2 flags fly above my land and really sum up how I feel. One is the colors that fly high and proud, the red, the white, the blue. The other one's got a rattlesnake with a simple statement made. Don't tread on me is what it says, and I'll take that to my grave. Because this is me. I'm proud to be American and strong in my belief. Said it before, but I'll say it again, 'cause I've never needed government to hold my hand. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again, 'cause my family's always fought and died to save this land. And a country boy is all I'll ever be.
Thank you for considering our application for Midwest Whitetail. We look forward to the upcoming rifle and archery seasons and hope to be part of your team.